What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about something that 2K did today in NBA 2K20 My Team. So basically, this is a huge positive today. This is something that's a huge positive. One thing I don't understand is the fact that they've advertised for the 250k tournament on PC when the tournament literally doesn't exist. And I know exactly why the tournament doesn't exist, trust me. If they let us play this challenge on PC, there'd be hackers everywhere and people boosting, and it would be a disaster. So I fully understand why this tournament is not on PC, which is why I'm going to be playing it probably be on my no money spent account on Sunday probably, and hopefully if all goes well just like last time, I will finish in the top 100. Hopefully. My goal is to, while I don't think that I'll be able to force enough rage quits, especially because I don't think Europeans are more stubborn and they're much less likely to quit games. That's one thing I've realized. Like, a European player would rather lose by 60 than quit a game. It's very, very unlikely at rage quit, so I'm not going to be top 4, not going to come close to it, even if I win every game by 50. But if at any stage I'm in the top 10, and if I can finish between 11th and 50th, I'll be happy. And to be honest, just even getting the reward, Ronnie Cycli, would be great, because to be honest, it'll be a video title. So what 2K did today was something that we've all been asking for, and it is something to do with all the reward players. So if you guys don't know, the reward cards that 2K released at the start of the year were all shocking, and there was a big reason why they were shocking. So I know you guys may not think this is the most important badge, but in terms of like elite, like if you guys are playing this game at a really high level, you guys know that probably the most important badge in my team is quickdraw. Like, without quickdraw, it is so difficult to get a shot off, and there are so many players that have been rendered almost useless by the lack of quickdraw. So if you guys look at the pack market here and you go to rewards, so these guys here, the Opals, like Penny Hardaway's release was so slow. So was David Robinson's, but his wasn't too bad because he had more going for him. Same with Grant Hill, but they still had really slow releases. Dominique Wilkins Galaxy Opal, sure, he could blow by people. He didn't have quick draw and he didn't have quick first step, so he was just in struggle town completely. Guys like Jerry West, Chris Mullen, Jason Richardson, Larry Johnson's release was so slow. There were so many cards that just for not having quick draw were almost worthless. They were almost worthless in NBA 2K20. So what 2K did today, and it's something that I expected them to do, but I didn't expect them to do it this early. So all I gotta say is that the people that are kind of my team producers, they are taking feedback. I know there's been a lot of ridiculous stuff, and I know that these aren't the people that I have been going at when we're talking about how just the game is broken, because the actual mode of my team outside of the gameplay, I think, is good. So cards like Shane Battier. So Shane Battier would have been a really good card, but again, he had a slow release. So what did 2K do? They gave him quick draw. They gave Rudy Gay quick draw, who had a slow release. And a big one, the one that I think out of all these becomes a really usable card is, have I already bought him? I think I might have already bought him. So go to 2 guards and Amethyst. It is Michael Red. So Michael Red, again, had a fantastic release. Problem was that obviously the release was that little bit slow. But range extender, quick draw now, volume shooter, lefty shooter with a really high 3-point shot of 94. So I'm just going to see if I can get any of these cards, versions of these cards, and then show you guys before and after quick draw. So I'm trying to think, is there any of these that have another version of them without quick draw? Because I know obviously Chris Mullen does, but I don't have enough tokens to get to the pink diamond tier. There's no other version of Allen Houston, Caron Butler, Lou Hudson. They actually gave Lou Hudson quick draw, so I know obviously I'm on the diamond tier, but if you guys look at small forwards, you had this Lou Hudson here, and this Hudson has quick draw, and he was so much better than the reward Lou Hudson, which was a serious grind to get. This Lou Hudson was about 50k. So 2K, by giving them these badges, makes these cards usable. Guys like Rip Hamilton, Kiki Vandoe, and a few others. So I'm just going to show you guys the difference between quick draw and non-quick draw, and I'm going to do that by, hopefully these cards are the same release. So I'm going to go to the reward market, go to Amethyst. I don't want to spend my tokens because I think they will release better cards eventually. Cards I would have liked to have seen quick draw on, to be honest. Tom Gigliotta. I would have loved to have seen quick draw on him because I'm not going to lie, his release is broken. He had base 11 last year. Base 11. He went from base 11 to a broken release. And there's some of these that are really, really good now. These Amethyst cards. It's like Norm Nixon, 6'2", 26 gold badges. Have him quick draw as well. And he can kind of do everything. Like, he's got a decent enough dunk rating. He can shoot the 3-ball. He's got decent ball handling. Really good on defense. So, yeah. So, it was a big thing. But the player... Where's Rudy Gay? Rudy Gay is the player I'm going to pick up here. And I'm also going to pick up Shane Battier to show you guys just the complete difference between using quick draw players and using non-quick draw players. So, Rudy Gay in here. So these two guys, obviously there are other versions of these cards without quick draw. And it's just crazy because quick draw is such a big factor because of the way shot contest works, that it's the difference half the time between getting open and not being open. So, Amethyst small forward. Put in Rudy Gay. Put in Shane Battier. So now I'm going to actually show you guys what the releases look like without quick draw, and then I'm going to show you guys all three of these players released with quick draw. So this is Rudy Gay's release without quick draw. Like, it's not a bad release, don't get me wrong. Like, he is one of the few releases that without quick draw is actually usable, but it is still that little bit long. So it's a little bit like in Man U Be Elite timing. It's not going to really be too much of an effect, but at the same time, if you will be able to close out on this release fairly easily, and it is not the easiest release in the world to get off without a defender contesting you. And then Shane Battier's release was actually really good. Like, both of these guys, they just happen to be guys that have really good releases without quick draw. Like, Shane Battier's release, it's not slow either. Like, this release I think is actually quicker than certain players with quick draw. Like, it's quicker than, say, Tim Duncan's release. And the thing with Shane Battier is, I'm pretty sure Shane Battier's got a really good leaner as well. So, especially the Amethyst, you can run down to the corner and get a lot of separation, hit those type of shots. But even without quick draw, they're good releases. But again, they are slow, and you will see a massive difference between, obviously, that badge and in the case of my team, especially if teams are playing zone, if you have quick draw, they're just going to be completely unable to contest you. And if players overhelp in, they're not going to be able to recover in time to a quick draw shooter. So Rudy Gay, obviously, Amethyst won with quick draw. And you guys can see that is so much quicker as far as the release goes. It goes from a not bad release to if you give him an inch of space, a shot is going up, and with Rudy Gay's release, it's probably going in most of the time. It turns Rudy Gay Amethyst into that card was good for the first couple of days. Into a guy that legitimately can still compete in my team. That is how big a badge the quick draw badge is. And it is the difference between a card being decent and a card being absolutely incredible in this game. Now we're going to go on to Shane Battier. Battier's release is one of my favorite releases in the game without quick draw. So with quick draw, like, look at how fast. That's like a Bruce Bowen type release. And if you guys know, I've seen me using Bruce Bowen. When Bruce Bowen is open, he's money. While obviously I just picked up this guy for the video, I may end up getting the two of these guys in my no money spent squad because they're both going to be really good scorers, especially Battier, who fits in perfect to my team. The problem is no range extender, but he has literally everything else going for him. And then another player who may, with quick draw, may have the best release in this game, I have not used it yet, is Micah Red. So Micah Red's fantastic release without quick draw, but with quick draw, lefty release, that is, like, is it base 11? It's something very similar to base 11 with a really, really nice upper. So he becomes one of the most deadly shooters in the game. He is 100% the guy that I'm going to pick up for my no money spent squad, especially for that 250k tournament tomorrow. He becomes an absolute weapon to have on my team. Like, imagine bringing him off the bench, and he's like a Coutinho Mobley type player, except he's not 6'4". He is just an absolute sniper, and someone that is 100% now, not just only usable from these current cards, but becomes a fantastic player. And this Micro Red is just like an example of many of them. Like, don't get me wrong, the likes of Jerry West, as far as pink diamonds go, still are not going to be great. As far as opals go, because Penny Hardaway's was so bad, his lateral quickness is so bad, I still don't think he's great. But like Diamond Jerry Lucas all of a sudden becomes a hidden gem. He becomes an incredible card. Larry Johnson still isn't going to be great. And like the 3 opal cards, as well as Dominique Wilkins, go from fairly decent cards to absolutely unbelievable. David Robinson becomes the best card in the game with quick draw, and Dominique Wilkins becomes a completely different animal. A card that I said was never worth the grind for 1,000 games. I still don't think anything's worth a 1,000 game grind. He still now becomes one of the top 3 or 4 cards in the game. I didn't even put him in my top tier list for small forwards, but then getting quick draw makes him so much better. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Basically, the thing with 2K is that 2K don't get a lot right very often, and I'm the first person to complain when 2K do something wrong. So I gotta take my hat off to 2K and thank, whether it was Two Bros, I'm guessing he had a big impact on this, or whoever the myteam producers are. This is something you guys got right, and it has made a lot of players usable, and it has made a lot more, it has made the game mode a lot better, especially for the people that grind for those really high rated players. And in my opinion, the more players that are usable in the game, especially with things like shooters, the more like good shooters you have with quick draw, range extender stuff, the more variety you see in teams, because especially in the game this year, the game is more about knowing a player's release than it is about having a 99 3-point rating. So there's so much variety in teams this year, and I think we're going to continue to see a lot more variety, especially if they keep releasing decent players with that quick draw badge. So yeah, so anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.